their countries. They want everything as it is right now. They don't want change. Especially in Germany, we have a party. They're also very skeptical against things to promote women. So it's also kind of the opposite of what this goal wants to reach. And I want to show you some slogans of the far-right party in Germany. You cannot read it, but I'm going to translate. This is the party's name. It's Alternative for Germany, Deutschland. And these are 3 different slogans. This one means burqa, we prefer bikinis. This one means Islam, this is not fitting our kitchen, so it's not fitting to what we normally eat. And this means new Germans, we can make them, produce them ourselves with a pregnant woman. So I'm always, when I see that, I'm still very negatively surprised that this is actually slogans hanging on the streets in Germany, because it's very racist, it's not welcoming, it's not even close to equality between religion or cultures or ethnics. So and they just received 20% in one state of Germany of the votes. So this is a really big problem we have to face with this goal. And also together with that, I think the biggest problem is still the mindsets. Everything that has to do with equality is starting in people's heads, because it's the stereotypes we have, the culture we have, what we think is right and wrong. And we can introduce so many laws for income equality, but we still have to work on the mindsets of the people to really change it on a sustainable level. And of course we can teach our children, but I think there's not yet a real solution how we can change the inequality mindsets in people's head. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any questions, comments? From your presentation, the target of the SDG from Germany is stagnant. Stagnant. Can you describe the time why it happened about the target is stagnant?
Yeah, right, I can go back. I think you can already see the trend a bit in already these indicators, because this one is stagnating. This one is actually on track, but on the other side, this one is already decreasing again. So the income inequality is very much stagnating, and that's a big part of this goal actually. I have to say, this goal was kind of difficult to find a lot of data about all the different targets. I mean, they say Germany has proper policies for migration. So that's okay, I guess, but I can tell you about the income that this is stagnating, and that's a major problem here.
What do you think the current policies and practice that's being implemented in Germany for attaining or achieving these targets? What do you think? Is it enough?
Well, as I said, this one I think is not enough at all, because also people say it's not really helping to have transparency, because you have to work in a company with more than 200 employees, which is a lot, and you can only see the median. And there are some countries who do it better, so I think in the transparency area, there need to be more. I really like the basic pension that's discussed right now, because, for example, my mother is a hairdresser, and people who are hairdressers in Germany don't get a lot of money. They're actually in the area of minimum wage. And if they get their pension, they won't have enough money to, they will be around the poverty line or even below it. So if these people, and my mom worked since she's 16, so she's 38 years working in Germany, so it will benefiting her and 1.5 million people. I really like that. I also think the discussion that 38 years should not be the rule forever is relevant too, because I don't know, maybe you helped raising a child or something, so you didn't work for 3 years and then you're out of it. So it's kind of drastic to say 38 years. But I think it's a good start because at the moment we have a lot of poor elderly people, and it will become more because we also have a very big difference, like we will have so many more old people than young people. And yes, I also think the minimum wage should be increased further because it's working in other countries as well. And this is way lower than, for example, in Australia. And they can also manage with this. There are discussions if maybe some people won't have a job because of it anymore. But I think, well, mostly it's not a big difference for the company to pay more, like what you give your employees is just one part of all the expenses you have, and you still need the workforce. So I think this would work. And what I experienced is when they introduced the minimum wage is that I used to work in a student job and it applied to me. And before I only got like €7. And then I had a lot of shifts in night, which is also 50% extra per hour, and a lot of weekend shifts. But since this introduced, I actually got more per hour. I had the same money at the end of the month, but less working at night, less working at weekends, because then they start thinking, okay, 50% more for night work, now let's just start at 6, so we only have to pay the minimum wage and no extra additional